Thank you for listening to Sometimes Social. We just want to warn you that this audio may contain explicit language that may be inappropriate for some audiences.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Sometimes Social.
Hi.
My name is Luis.
You were going to say Social Saturday, huh?
I was.
And I'm Yesenia.
Cheers.
Cheers. We just finished Social Saturday.
Which is why I was going to say Social Saturday.
And hence our drinks,
Yeah.
where we typically drink beer on our podcast episodes.
But these are good. This one was good.
We wanted to enjoy and sip them.
Yeah.
So check out our Instagram page, Sometimes Social.
Yep.
For our Social Saturday video. It's a tongue twister.
Social Saturday, Sometimes Social. Who knows? They're all the same.
We're just social.
So before we get started today, I want to invite everyone to please subscribe. Do it right now. Subscribe. Also, if you are on any of the listening platforms, make sure you leave us a rating and review. We would appreciate that.
Yep.
We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. And then you can watch us on YouTube.
Yep.
So let's get started.
All right.
What are we talking about today?
So I think you brought this up to me the other day before New Year's.
After New Year's.
Was it after New Year's?
Yeah.
We have spent 10 New Years together.
Yep. 10 in consecutive.
10 consecutive New Years together.
And we'll get into that.
So we've been together for 10 years.
Yeah.
Since August.
Right.
It's a long time.
A decade.
But how long have we been married?
Eh,
Nah. We'll get into that too. So I wanted to do, I don't think we've done this before. Maybe we've said like little bits and pieces, but I wanted to share kind of our story and, how we met and just kind of what our life has been for this past decade.
Yeah. And if we have done it before, those videos are terrible. Don't go back and look at them.
Hopefully this one's a lot better. So I guess I do want to go like way back.
Okay.
So before we actually like officially met, we lived in the same area, like maybe 2-3 miles away from each other.
Yeah, shout out Nestor.
So we're in San Diego, California.
Yeah.
And I guess we grew up like almost at the border in Nestor.
Yep.
If you're from here, you know it as Nestor.
Yeah.
But the next town over is Imperial Beach, so that might be a little bit more familiar. Imperial Beach, California. Yeah. And we had no idea.
Nope. We had no clue. Yeah, and it's kind of weird that we both lived over there, but we went to a school that's completely out of the area,
Both of us, huh?
Yeah.
But during that time, though, I was going to... You maybe were going out of the area, but I went to Nestor Elementary.
Yeah, I was...
and I went to Mar Vista Middle.
Yep. So
you didn't.
No, I didn't. I went to school in Chula Vista my whole life.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was going to school in my area as I was growing up, and it wasn't until high school that my mom took me out. She's like, "You're not going to any of the high schools down here.
Good choice."
Like, I'm moving you to a high school. It was a brand new high school in East Chula Vista. And I used my uncle's address because I wasn't living in the area.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Although, I mean, they can't really do anything to me anymore, right?
I don't know.
So, I guess I can say what high school, right? Doesn't matter?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to Otay Ranch High School.
Yep.
Shout out to Otay. And yeah, so I started going to school there. I remember my first day, I think I came home like crying because I literally did not know anyone. Like right after middle school, it was going to Otay Ranch High School as opposed to going to either Southwest or Mar Vista High where a lot of my friends were going, you know? So it totally sucked for me.
Yeah.
Like I was sad.
For me, it was a little different because at that time I was already living. Um, we had already moved into the house over there in Chula Vista, and I had gone to school, in that district
Right.
my whole life. So
Right. So
I
you had
did
all your friends.
kind of. So I went to Eastlake High School my freshman year, and I went to Castle Park Middle, where a lot of my friends went to Castle Park High School. I kind of didn't know anybody at Eastlake. But I did, meet some friends at Eastlake that also went to Hotel Ranch, so I was in a little bit better situation than you were. But yeah, it was a bunch of friends from different areas that just kind of
Right.
came together.
Right. So high school
Mm-hmm.
is where we essentially met.
Right.
So I remember, and I was thinking about this earlier, Annette, she is like the first person who like befriended me. I think it was on the second day too. So it wasn't like, it was just one day that was really bad. But the second day she befriended me. She's like, come, hang out with us during lunch or whatever. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like let's hang out. And then it was, I think it had to be that first week, right? First or second week that I remember biology class.
Did I get started that early? Jesus.
Was it the first or second week? I don't remember. But you were new to the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you ditched the first couple of days of school. Now that I think about it, because we were working on an assignment, we were all split up into groups in biology class, working on a lab assignment. And here comes this kid walking in late. And I think it was the security guard that was walking you into the class, right?
Yeah, it was Paco.
And then, I noticed you or whatever, but I'm like, oh yeah, he's kind of cute. But like, I was really shy in high school. Like, I'm not going to be all, making the first move or whatever. And then the teacher put you in our group.
Yeah.
So I think that's how we like officially met.
Right, yeah.
Do you remember that day?
I do remember that day.
Why did you get there late?
I was receiving an award, and so they
Oh, sí, cómo no.
Yeah.
Award for what? Ditching most missed days?
I think it was an award called a referral.
Oh shit! I never got those.
And Saturday school. Yeah, they liked me so much they wanted me to come back on Saturday too. So I was a bad student. I was a bad kid in high school. I didn't like to go to school.
So you were ditching that day.
I was ditching. Yeah.
And you got caught.
We got caught.
I
got caught.
Ooh, it's about to rat you guys out.
No, this ship is sinking. I'm the only one sinking in this ship. No, I'm not Takashi.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's when we officially met, but we weren't like hanging out, obviously.
No.
But the girls that I was hanging out with Annette, which is why I brought her up. She obviously knew more people, and I was meeting more people.
Right.
And then I remember there was this other girl who had a crush on you.
Oh my God, we're bringing that up, huh?
Well, because this is important. This is like how we,
Okay.
how we came about.
Go on. I recently learned about this, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, she liked you, and I think it was when I was like, oh, talk to him for me, like find out, if he likes
She
me or
fucked
whatever.
up.
Don't ever do that. If you're young in high school, don't ever tell your friend to talk to the guy that you like, because that's never gonna work out. But anyway, so I did.
Yeah.
Like, I think I asked you for your number or whatever.
Well, I think we had to exchange numbers because we were doing that project, and so we already had each other's numbers, but we didn't really communicate. I think it wasn't until we went to break where we started like talking a lot.
So it's like, okay, and me, I was like, okay, well, whatever. Like, I'll talk to him. You know, it's nothing serious. Like, it's not gonna be anything. You know, because I'm trying to find out for this other girl. Like, do you like her or not? And then all through break, we were talking nonstop, late at night. My phone bill was like $900. Those were the times where like you could only talk after 9 for free free talk time or free text or whatever. Anything before that, it's like, no, you can't be on the phone. But we did it anyway.
It was like 10 cents per text message or something like that.
Those were tough times, man.
Can you imagine now? Fuck.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Especially because like everyone texts though.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
nobody even answers the phone
because it's free.
People call somebody and they'll hang up. They'll reject the call and text back like, "What's up?" Yeah.
Remember those days like, "Oh, let me call you after 9."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then like we went back to school and we're like, "Oh my God, like what are we gonna tell her?" You know, like at that point we made it official.
Yeah.
Like we were together, boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was a freshman. You were a sophomore in high school.
Right.
But I mean, we did it.
Yeah.
We were together.
We were. It wasn't supposed to be serious, but look at us now.
Well, so that happened.
Yeah.
So we were together for almost 2 years.
Yeah. About 2 years. A little under 2 years.
And during those 2 years, you went to school religiously.
Yeah, well, I was going to it was like a learning center. So
towards the end.
Yeah, so I would go like 3 days a week.
You're a bad kid.
I know it was bad. So I think, here's what I think. I don't think that I was being challenged enough. Mm-hmm. I think that it came too easy to me, and because it was too easy, it was just boring, and I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And it was just
because you're pretty smart.
Were?
You are.
Okay.
I said better. You are.
All right. Well, we'll
play back.
We
play
will.
Back the tape.
We will.
Yeah. Because you're pretty smart.
Were?
You are.
Okay.
I said better. You are.
All right. Well, we'll
play back.
We
play
will.
Back the tape.
We will. But yeah, I don't think I was challenged enough, and I think that's why I didn't want to go. And then, when I started dating you, that was a reason to go, right? So, and even then, I probably didn't do a lot of my homework, but
which is why you were in learning center, because your grades weren't that great.
Well, my grades I was hanging on by a thread because my tests were like through the roof, right? But I would ace all my tests, but I wouldn't do any homework or even like some of the assignments in class. It's like, fuck. I felt like my time was better spent doing other things. Yeah. Which back then, who knows what? Fucking playing video games or something.
Not going to school, staying home. Oh
yeah.
No, well, you went to school, but yeah, so we were together for almost 2 years. Yeah. And then we broke up.
We did break up.
Why did we break up?
Shit happens. I was.
I mean, I loved him and everything, but you were what?
I wasn't ready for a relationship like that. I was too immature. I was too controlling, I think.
He was very controlling.
Yeah, which is kind of stupid in fucking high school. It sounds ridiculous.
Can I tell him? Can I give him examples?
Sure, yeah.
So my hair is naturally curly. I just straighten it all the time. My hair is naturally curly, and he would be to the point like, "Don't straighten your hair."
Yeah, but I liked your curly hair. That's why.
Yeah. But that doesn't make it okay for you to tell me what I can and can't do.
Absolutely not. No.
And I like my hair straight. Like for me, I just like it better, But he was like, "Don't straighten your hair." Yeah. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? But then there I was, not fucking straightening my hair like a pinche pendeja. And then I remember one time I had this really cute like tank top type shirt that had a slit down the middle.
I remember it.
You're like, don't fucking wear that again. You can see too much boob. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking slit. Like, you can't see anything.
And now.
Now I'm all covered up.
Now I need you to wear more of those.
And then another thing that you would be like, when we weren't hanging out together, it's like, call me as soon as you leave.
Yeah.
call me as soon as you get back.
Yeah.
Like, I would go to the store with, like, my grandma or my mom. Call me as soon as you leave. It's like, well, shit, I guess. Like, you want me to call you when I shit, too?
Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea why I was like that. It was just, I don't know. I was just immature, I guess. That's the only explanation for it, right?
Well, I finally came to my senses.
Yeah.
And I broke up with I broke up with him.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm done.
But we did. I mean, we because of that, like we fought a lot, right? Like it was a lot of arguments because of that.
I don't remember arguing, to be honest.
Oh, we argued all the time, but it was because I mean, like how can anyone live in a relationship like that? You know?
Yeah. I mean,
Even
we were
in
young.
even
like,
in high school,
I was a freshman. Well, went into my sophomore year because we were together for almost 2 years. But yeah, it was too much.
Yep.
You want to talk about the day after we broke up?
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Well, the day that we broke up, I went to a party. It was like a kickback, which was weird because it was like during the week. It wasn't a party; it was just a kickback at somebody that lived across the street from me, and I got fucking hammered, like hammered. Where he took me back home, like he walked me home, and then hosed me down and left me in the fucking lawn, in the front lawn. And my dad woke up to go to work in the morning. Was like, "What the fuck?" And my dad made me go to school, and we were in the same fucking class the next day.
We had a class together.
Yeah, thank God it was Miss. Should I say her name?
I don't know if she's still working there.
Okay, well, thank God it was this certain teacher because I was able to sleep in that class.
Yeah.
So I won't even say what type of class it was because that'll kind of give it away. But yeah, I was able to sleep the whole time in the class. But it sucked because we were in the same class.
Mm-hmm.
I was hungover as shit. Like we had just broken up. I was miserable.
So, and then he had to see me after that.
Yeah.
While he was in pain, I was just like, do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was so funny.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, for me it was.
I don't think it was that funny.
And then after that, we didn't see each other or talk to each other. So my junior year, I left Otay Ranch. I went to Bonita Vista because I said I got to get out of here.
I left Otay Ranch too.
Because I wasn't there anymore. You were too sad and distraught to go back.
I went to Palomar High School.
Okay. So I left. I went to Bonita Vista, and then I came back to Otay to graduate, actually, but second graduating class. Although someone told me, don't say that. That is not something to be proud of because that was a long time ago. But yeah, so it was 6 years?
Yeah.
That we
6 years.
we didn't see each other. We didn't talk to each other.
Nope. No communication.
No communication
At all.
Except I remember one night you did call me.
I did?
Yes.
Was I drunk?
I think so.
Which is kind of crazy because fucking how old were we? Not old enough to drink.
At that time? No, you weren't.
No.
Maybe.
No, definitely not.
Underage drinking? Tisk. So, okay. So where we're at. So we didn't talk to each other for 6 years. And then I was going to our community college, and I was working at our community college as a student worker. And these 2 girls who I also went to high school with. We went to high school, went to the same high school. Yeah. Started working there as well with me, or we all worked together. And I started hanging out with them. Yeah. And I don't think I knew at the time that they would also hang out with you. Yeah. But they did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they were friends of mine. we would go out all the time together.
Yeah.
So
I had no idea. Yeah, so and at that time I had just turned 21.
yeah,
They were no, I think Bridget had just turned 21. Or Bridget was already 21. Sandy
Bridget
wasn't 21
I
yet.
think Bridget is my age, and then Sandy is your age.
I think my birthday is in February and hers was after. So I turned 21 first.
Sandy's in May.
No, I'm in February.
Right.
February comes before May.
Right.
Oh.
I'm with you.
I
I'm
thought
following.
you were saying like
I follow.
so we would all go out, once Sandy turned 21, like we were out all the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how we did it.
It was wild.
But then one night, I think we went out for Cinco de Mayo.
Yep. And we were supposed to go out. So I was waiting. They were going to come over to my house, and then we were leaving from my house. I forgot where we were going. We were supposed to go downtown or something.
They ditched you.
Yeah, they did. They didn't show up. And so I called them because we were also meeting up with other friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called them and said like, "Hey, like, are you guys going to come? If not, like, I'll just take off and go meet them up there." And they said, "Well, we're at OG's. Like, why don't you come to OG's?" And so I was like, "All right, yeah, I'll go to OG's. Rest in peace, OG's."
Isn't there still one?
I think there is one in Mission Valley,
Mm-hmm.
probably. But they said, "We're at OG's. Why don't you come to OG's?" I was like, "All right, yeah, I'll see you guys over there right now." And they said, "But, like, just to let you know, Yesenia's here." And I was like, "All right, okay, and I'll see you guys in a little bit." And I went to OG's.
Yeah. And I think they asked me too the same thing, like, is it okay if we invite him? And at that time, I had a boyfriend.
No.
Yes, I did. I had a boyfriend at that time.
No, I think you were in between relationships.
No,
Yes.
I had a boyfriend.
I mean, you would know better than I would.
Yeah, I would know better. That's why I'm like, yeah, who cares? Like, I got a boyfriend. I don't need it.
Well, I thought you guys had, so was this before the Padre game?
Yes. This was before the Padre game. Wait, what Padre game are you talking about? Oh, the breakup Padre game?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this was after.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, and I had another boyfriend after that.
I remember that coming later. No? Okay, well, my timeline's off then.
Yeah, your timeline is off.
But anyways, we went, and we saw each other for the first time again. And it was really no big deal. Like, we just kind of, like, hung out.
And I don't even think, like, we were really talking that much.
No.
Us two.
It was just kind of like, oh, hey,
yeah.
good to see you.
How are you?
Yeah. And that was it. Yeah. And then I remember I was working at, I think it was Below at the time. So I was working in downtown and all those nightclubs.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that I got you tickets to go see, was it Too Short?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that I remember you did come with somebody.
Yeah, because I was already dating him.
Oh, yeah?
Damn, that's kind of bold. Let's go hang out with my ex-boyfriend.
Well, did he know that I was your ex-boyfriend?
I think so.
Yeah?
I had no fucking shame.
Damn.
And then I remember I was hanging out with him. And then you called me and said, hey, come over. We're playing beer pong. And we went to you were at your aunt's house.
At my aunt's house?
On K Street.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to go hang out with them for a little bit. He even dropped me off.
Oh, my God. Can we cut that out, too?
But I mean, like, we weren't together. We just hung out. It's not like we were.
Yeah, we didn't. We're just hanging out. We had mutual friends.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
So, yeah. And then I guess so I ended up ending it with him because he was an asshole. That's fucked up, huh? Well, to me, he was. He did some pretty fucked up shit that I didn't like, so.
It worked in my favor.
And then we just kept talking.
Yeah. And here we are, 10 years later, huh?
Yeah, so which I'm glad like we reconnected again like at that time
Yeah.
because it wasn't like we would still go out, we would still have fun. So it
Yeah.
wasn't immediately like, you know, you're in a relationship, you're not gonna hang out with any friend. You know how like when you get in a relationship, you kind of like distance yourself from everyone.
Yeah.
Like we were still hanging out. Like we had a blast those
Yeah.
first 2 years.
I was a little more exhausted than you though. Remember I was in the party scene since 2006. You know, like I started down in we house parties and then TJ and then downtown, and so by the time that you turned 21, like I had already been doing it for so long. So for me going
and
to
I hadn't.
yeah, and it was like every weekend, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every weekend. You know, so it was like exhausting for me already. But you would call and say like, "Hey, we're going here. We're going to True North. We're going to whatever." And
It was
like,
Taco Tuesday, Whiskey Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday.
Yep.
And then Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
And then Wave House Sunday.
I never went to Wave House though.
Oh.
I did go to Wave House, but not with you. I went like before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was for me. It was exhausting. But it's like, all right, well, here we go. Let's go. Let's do it.
I'll go.
Yep.
So we had fun.
We had a blast.
We
yeah.
kind of, got that all. Well, I got that all out of my system, I guess. Then we're together, and then we moved in together.
Yeah.
And then we started having babies. Oh, God.
Yep.
It's like we had never broken up, okay?
Yeah, I mean, it was different because
it was kind of like we picked up where we left off, only in a better situation.
Yeah.
Because you definitely weren't controlling anymore.
No. I was far more mature. Yeah, and at that point, I think because I had done all the partying, I got that out of my system. I was kind of ready for a relationship like that. I think. So you came at the perfect time. You got me at the perfect time.
I came at the perfect time. You came to me at the perfect time. Yeah, but so we started having babies. We had our first son.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I mean, we're still young, but, I wouldn't want it any other way because we stopped having babies. I said, after 30, I'm not going to have any more babies.
I want another one.
I don't want any more.
Yeah. I want another one, but I think we're past that. I think it's too late now. I did want another one.
But not anymore.
I still do, but I kind of realize,
it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
So, and I remember at that time, we were pregnant and not married. And the thing was always like, when are you guys going to get married? When are you guys going to get married? And at that point, like, I was young. So I was like, well, I don't want to get married yet. Like,
are you talking about with the first one?
With the first one?
First pregnancy?
Oh, yeah. With the first pregnancy. So, like, I don't want to get married. Like, I'm still young. I was 22, I think. 22, 23. But everyone kept pressuring us. And then finally, like, well, he has to ask me.
So he threw it that way. You're like that scene in Iron Man where he's like deflecting the missile.
Yeah, but and then so we had our first son.
Yep.
We literally walked him out.
Yeah.
So the weekend before I was due.
Yeah.
I said, let's go to the Del Mar Fair. Like, I need to have this baby. Like, let's walk the whole day. And I was delivering in La Jolla, so it's like nearby. I said, as soon as we leave there, like, I'm going straight to the hospital. Like, I'm not coming home. We walked for like 8 hours.
Yeah, a long time. I packed up the car and we said, we're not coming back until this baby's out.
Yeah. We saw every single crack and crevice of the Del Mar Fair.
Yeah, and I was exhausted, so I can only imagine how you felt.
I know. I was already ready to pop. And nothing.
Yeah.
No baby. I did not have like one contraction, nothing. I was just walking. finally was like, all right, like let's just go home.
Yeah.
And we went home, and I was like, on the way home too, I was like, God, I feel like I have gas or something. Like my back kind of hurts. I feel like I have gas. And then the next morning or that night, I started getting contractions. I was ready. And then, well, we had to wait, obviously, for a little bit. And 7 o'clock in the morning, there we go, back up to Del Mar, to La Jolla to go deliver.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that was fun, an experience.
Yeah, that was a good experience. It was that. So that pregnancy was that. I think I had more fun during that pregnancy. I wasn't working at the time. I was working downtown, and so I was doing little things here and there, but I wasn't working, so I was able to be like there the whole time. I was there for the second one too. Right. I went to all the appointments for the second one, but it wasn't like the first one. Yeah.
And I think I was working part-time too.
For the second one?
Yeah. No, for our first one.
Yeah.
So, you know, we spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
We would watch what's that one, Rosie Pope, was that her name? Where she would go and like baby proof people's houses.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like, we were stuck on that show.
Yeah.
I love that show. So yeah, it was pretty fun. So yeah, we had our first son. That was fun. We started a bunch of new traditions. We got Disney annual passes, so that was fun. Like we wanted to do like family stuff, like let's go to Disneyland. You know, we started going to Disneyland on Christmas Day every year,
which got us in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, and then how old was Luisito when we got pregnant again? 4? Because they're 4 years apart.
Well, he was probably like 3 when we got pregnant.
Yeah. So I had gotten pregnant, but unfortunately I had a miscarriage.
Yeah.
And I don't think we were like really like planning it or expecting or anything like when I had the miscarriage.
Right.
That pregnancy. So, you know, and I was pregnant, like, okay, like, I'm excited, you know, like, the thought of another baby. I was still young, I had a lot of energy. And then after I had the miscarriage, and I was sad, and then, like, I just thought to myself, like, I really want another baby. Like, any baby that I would see, oh, look at the baby, I want the baby, you know? Like, I had baby fever up the ass.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I remember we went to what is that, Padre Fan Fest?
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of babies there.
I didn't notice.
I noticed every single one of them. And then after that, we started trying.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Even though we were trying, it was still a bit of a fucking shock when I found out, though.
Why?
Because, I mean, like, yeah, we were trying, but I remember when you told me we were at a Padre game, and we had because we had season tickets to the Padres, but I had switched my seats that game to sit in the first row of left field. Remember? And so we're sitting in left field, and like we had these fucking sick ass seats because we're pretty much on the field, and I'm getting ready to enjoy the game, and then before the game goes, you like boom, you pulled out a pregnancy test. I was like, oh my god, like so much shit starts running through your head. It's like, how the fuck are we gonna do this? Like, how are we gonna pay for this? Like, we had moved back into my parents' house because my mom got sick, and so we wanted to move back to help them out. She wasn't gonna be working anymore, and so I was like, holy shit! Like, where are we? Like, you know, we only have 2 rooms. Like, how are we gonna do this? Like, everything starts racing through your mind, and you're like, fuck. But then after you settle down, like all that excitement starts to build up. It's like, oh shit, we're having because we were already excited for the baby that we lost, you know.
Right.
So, but yeah, it worked out.
Remember when we told your mom I was pregnant?
Yeah, it was already towards the end, and she kind of was like dozing in and out, and I remember she saw the sonogram, and she was like, I didn't think I could anymore. Remember? And then my dad was like, not you, Yesenia. And she was like, I know.
Oh, mad at your dad? Like, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. We got to, she made it. We got to tell her that we were having another baby.
Yeah.
I remember like I remember we got judged a little bit because we went to Disneyland.
Oh, after we had him?
No, we went to Disneyland like when my mom was really sick,
Mm.
and but we went to go take those. We went to go get the hat for the announcement,
Oh.
and so we made it. You know, we
Yeah,
made it.
yeah.
We were able to tell her that
Yeah.
she was having another
Well,
grandkid.
she didn't pass away until like almost a month after.
Yeah, but she was already kind of
Oh.
in like
Yeah.
she was on morphine and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
yep,
So then we had Anthony.
yep.
We also took him to Disneyland when he was a month old.
Yeah,
Because it was Lucito's birthday the month after.
Yep.
So it's like that's another tradition. We go on his birthday every year.
yeah.
Went.
Yeah.
So we took him when he was a month old. And I mean, it's been the four of us, ever since. And at this point, though, I'm already like, right, when are you going to pop the question? Like, time's ticking here. I should have been like, you want another baby? You better. Maybe would have done it sooner.
Yeah, well, so the intention was to do it sooner. There wasn't anything holding me back other than the fact that I wanted to save up money to get a good ring. You know? And how did that go?
You did good.
Show him. Let him know. Let him know. Bam. Oh, don't blind the camera there. Yeah, so that was the only thing that was holding me back, which I actually wasn't. I didn't end up saving any money. Like I didn't save up any money, but we were in a position where I can get something where it's like, okay, this will do.
You have better credit.
Yeah. Yeah. I said, so this will do.
And I remember like every like holiday or like special occasion, I always think like, could this be the day? Could this be the day? Like, should I have my nose done? Like, is today gonna be the day?
And I made sure you had all that done.
But it like you never popped the question, and even the week before you popped the question, it was Mother's Day weekend, and I remember you said, oh, let's go. We were at Disneyland, obviously. Let's go take a picture in front of the castle. So it's like, it's Mother's Day weekend. Go take pictures in front of the castle. Like, oh my God, is it gonna be today?
And I already had the ring. I had already bought the ring the week before Mother's Day. And I thought, like, okay, I'm going to take it with me because I knew I wanted to do it at Disneyland. I actually already had a plan as to what I was going to do it. But I said, I'm going to take it with me just in case, if something happens and the moment's right, then boom, I'm just going to do it. But I decided not to take it with me because I didn't want to force it. I didn't want it to be like, oh, well, this isn't the right situation, but I'm just going to do it anyways just to get it over with, So I was like, I decided to leave it back home.
And then finally, the week later, we went to celebrate your birthday.
Yep.
And you popped the question.
I did. I was a nervous wreck on the way up.
I think we told that story on the
we
Disney episode, so go listen to the Disney episode if you want to hear about that.
I was fucking nervous.
That was like, finally, like, I was waiting forever. I literally thought you were never going to ask me.
Yeah, well, here we are. It took us forever to get engaged, but then how quickly after that did we get married?
So we got engaged in May. And then we were thinking like, okay, when are we gonna get married? And I did a few like of those bridal like expos or whatever. Yeah. Getting married is fucking expensive.
Yeah. Well, we actually even went to go look at a few venues and stuff.
We went to go look at venues, quite a few of them.
Yeah.
And then I got a new job.
Yep.
And I wasn't gonna have insurance
for a couple months. Yeah.
And so we said, well, I'm gonna need insurance.
Yep.
Because then I get a penalty and I had to pay.
Yeah.
So let's get married.
Yeah, and it's so stupid. I'm gonna get on my soapbox right now,
Oh
but
my
it's so
God.
stupid because like some insurances don't let you add like your domestic partner like unless you're married.
Right.
Because we already had two kids. We were already living together. We had been together for like 7 8 years at that point or something. Like that should constitute you know a domestic partnership.
I think it might depend on the employer too, because I think I've known other people who have put their domestic partner
Yeah.
on their insurance and they
Yeah.
weren't married.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think we we have my work definitely has better benefits now, and I think now you can do a domestic,
But not before.
not before. Yeah.
So 3 months after we got engaged,
Yeah.
we got married.
Yep. And it was a very small wedding, but it was. I think it was perfect.
Yeah.
I think it was a very. What was the date?
8/17/2018. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So for our 1 year anniversary, we got matching tattoos. Oh. Yeah.
It's upside down, but yeah. So we got married. Did we talk about that in the Disney episode too? Like what the wedding was like, or no?
I don't think so.
I can't remember.
Well,
We'll recap. So 8/17
Yeah.
is your parents' wedding anniversary.
Yes.
It landed on a Friday.
Yep.
So we said, why don't we just do it on that date?
Yeah.
It's a Friday. It's your parents' wedding anniversary. Your mom had just died too, right? Oh no, that was already way after.
Yeah.
We asked your dad if it was okay.
Yeah, if it was okay if we did it on their anniversary.
Yeah. So we did. We got married in my mom's backyard.
Yep.
And your dad's girlfriend married us.
Yep. She performed the wedding.
Yeah. It was small, super small, immediate family, even though immediate family for us is like 30 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a nice little wedding.
It was nice. Yeah, it was just our immediate family, and then we had a couple close friends
Right.
too.
Right.
One of which wore shorts to the wedding.
It's right. You're gonna show up at his doorstep in a
In
tuxedo
a full suit.
or in a suit next month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're married.
Yep.
Well, it's
Now
been
we're
2
married.
years since,
Yeah.
right? So we've been longer. We've been together longer than we have been married because someone took forever to propose.
Yeah. So we've. Yeah.
Yeah. You have nothing to say for taking so long, huh?
Sorry.
Yeah, but that's us.
Yeah, that is us.
That's our story, and now our tradition is getting tattoos.
Yeah.
Although we still need to get our second anniversary tattoo.
Yeah, we wanted it. We already had planned on what we were getting for our second anniversary.
What are we getting?
We're getting an arrow
Okay.
because we went to Lake Arrow Bear for our second anniversary.
Yeah.
So our first anniversary, we didn't really do anything. Well, we did do something, but it was just like spontaneous. It was like just we went out. We went to La Jolla. What else did we do? We went to Old Town, and then we just out of the blue, we said, let's go get some tattoos. And we said, all right. So we went and got tattoos for our first anniversary, and then we're gonna get the arrows for the second one.
Yeah.
And then we're actually going to a concert for our third anniversary, and so we'll figure something out, something to tie in the concert and a tattoo.
Music notes.
Yeah. And that's our new.
A new tradition.
Yeah.
I'm just all about traditions.
My comadre Jess, she said, if you guys are together for 70 years, you're gonna have like 70 tattoos. I was like, well, Jess, we're together for 70 years. We're gonna be 100 years old. Like, it's a long time from now. But yes, we will have 70 tattoos.
If it's 70 tattoos, 70 tattoos. Even if it's a little heart.
Even if they have to stretch the skin to do the tattoo.
It'd be all over our body. Yeah, but that's us.
That's us in a nutshell.
That's got a long 10 years, long story.
Yeah.
Started way back when we were babies, pretty much.
And we're only getting started. We got another 70 years to go.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed our story.
Yeah.
I guess one question I have for everyone. I feel like I've said before, like, oh, we're high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
But does that constitute, like, for a high school sweetheart, even though technically we were only together for 2 years out of the high school?
Yeah, we're in together all throughout or since high school.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Well, I mean, we're still together, but, you know.
Yeah.
And what's, like, the rule on that?
I don't know. But yeah, if you know the rule on that, like if you guys have read the rule book, let us know. Let us know in the comment section down below.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for us today.
That's all we have. I mean, we're up until now, we're doing podcasting,
Yeah.
and then what?
I don't know. Stay tuned for episode 2. Like for part 2.
This is not TikTok.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, later down the road, we'll get a
And then in 10 years from now, we'll do another recap.
not
of the
exactly in
next
10
decade.
years. We'll do a more in depth get to know us. Like we'll talk about like hobbies and shit that we do.
Yep.
We'll save that for another one. Well, I think that'll wrap it up then.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And then we'll see you guys next time.